It is now 6:15. Matt Wentz back with us now, and I'm guessing your forecast hasn't changed. Not sunny and warm tomorrow.
You know what? Sometimes it does.
Especially when storms come through. We know change is coming, right?
I'll tell you what, there are some changes coming. And tomorrow morning, I think, is when you're going to start to feel those changes. Cold tomorrow morning, guys. Did you put the Parker away yet? You still have it?
It's still hanging on the hook.
Okay, well, keep it on the hook because we're about to switch back to winter again, unfortunately. But we've got some active weather first. As you mentioned, you can see we're dealing with thunderstorms. This is all along a warm front. Warm fronts tend to produce a ton of lightning with them. You get the heavy rain, even some hail, and that's what we're dealing with right now. Tornado threat very low across all of northern Ohio here with some of these storms. But you can see we've got a lot of lightning. Last count, we had 120 strikes in the last 5 minutes out of these cells heading into areas of northern Stark County. Everything north of Canton right now, you're looking at some dark skies. Travels along 77 to 77. Even in the Akron area, we're dealing with some very, very heavy rain. Some gusty winds at the onset as well, heading over towards the Alliance area to Palmyra as well. And then that extends down to the south. Massillon, you're getting heavy rain. That extends over towards Orrville, Worcester as well. And all this heading off to the east pretty quickly, around 40 to 50 miles per hour. And where we don't need the rain, we continue to get it. Areas of Holmes County, where we had a little bit of hail reported earlier, penny size. Loudonville over towards Belleville and Mansfield still picking up heavy rain. None of this is severe. We do have some lightning with it, but just some heavy rain out of that. And as a result, we've got flood watches and warnings, mainly down to the south, where we've seen 1 to 3 inches of rainfall already, perhaps another 1 to 2 to come here over the course of the evening. But it gets worse down to the south and the west, where that higher severe weather threat is. These are tornado warnings just east of Columbus right now. They've had some pretty nasty cells down there. The environment a lot more favorable for rotating thunderstorms down there as well, and that extends down to the south. In fact, they've got tornado watches all the way down to near the Gulf Coast with this system. Snowstorm on the north end. We've got our storms along the warm front. Would all be watching the rest of the evening. We'll keep an eye on these storms, but we're going to watch a line form along that actual cold front back in Indiana, and this line is what we'll be watching as it races eastward. We have had rain all day across much of northern Ohio, so that is kind of limiting our instability, but we're going to have to get a good push for a widespread severe weather outbreak, but I can't rule it out here as we go through the rest of the evening. So we'll time it out risk-wise, hour by hour. Here are your threats here: damaging wind, hail, tornadoes. You can see our main threat for storms has an unchanged forecast from 7 o'clock till about midnight, and then we just talk gusty winds beyond that. But again, from 7 to midnight, that's when we're going to continue to watch for some of these stronger thunderstorms to move across northern Ohio. So hour by hour, our models haven't really had a good handle on this. That's why we're not spending a lot of time. But you can see temperatures over the course of the evening do shoot up to near 60 degrees, especially down to the south. I do think we get into the 50s at the lakefront, if not near 60 later on this evening. And then we deal with that front around 10, 11, or midnight, pushing from west to east. And cold temperatures lag behind this. As you're waking up perhaps tomorrow morning, it'll be windy. We'll have temps in the 40s, but by afternoon, there you go. We've got cold, some lake effect snow showers out there as well for pretty much everyone, and temperatures back into the 30s. It's just going to be rotten by tomorrow afternoon. Winds are going to continue to gust as well. In fact, there are gale warnings in effect out over Lake Erie that go into effect at 5 a.m., where we could see 8 to 13 footers as this wind continues to howl. It's not really that gusty yet outside of the thunderstorms, but tonight on into tomorrow, when we bring in some of that colder air, that's when those winds will really start to pick up, and they'll continue tomorrow evening. So planning out your day tomorrow, rain to snow in the morning. I do think we have some dry hours there, but then by afternoon, passing snow showers. Accumulations, could see a fluffy inch for some of you. I think most of us won't see much of anything, and then those winds finally start to ease tomorrow evening. Putting it all together here and talking about Tribe home opener as well. Universal Windows Direct 70 forecast. Temps falling tomorrow. They don't recover much. Thursday looks quiet. That Tribe home opener, I'm continuing to stick with that rain-snow mix across the area. And then this weekend, we turn a little bit colder. And hey, looking beyond this, I do see a little warm-up in sight, but next week still looking pretty cool across the area, guys.
Got a lot to get through to get there. All right. Thanks, Matt.